total based on arithmetic mean. So suppose this one is a given data. For given data, find the arithmetic mean. This one given in a means a group data. So 0 to 10, 12, 10 to 20, 18, frequency is 18, 20 to 30, frequency is 27, 30 to 40, frequency is 20, 40 to 50, frequency is 17, and 50 to 60, frequency is 60. So here we solve this one by all the three methods. Means first we find a fi xi divided by capital N. Second one, we take a di equal xi minus a, then we find the arithmetic mean. Then di equal xi minus a upon s, then we find the arithmetic mean. So how we find this one? So here just we write the class interval. Solution here we write a class interval means 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 10 to 20, here 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. Then we find the mid value of this class interval. What is the mid value for this class interval? This one is a 5 and this one is a 15. Here there is a 25, then here 35, then 45, then this one is a 55. So class interval and here mid value for this one is given. X is treated as a what? X is a mid value. So what is the frequency corresponding to this one? F equal what? F equal 12 and this one is 18. Here 27, 27, 20, 17 and this one is what? This one is 6. So next we find what? fi xi. fi xi is a multiple of f into x. So this one is a what? This one is a 60. This one is a 120, 15. This one is a 270, and this one is a 5 and 625, 675. This one is a 700. This one is a 5 and 74 is 68, 68 plus 8. This one is a 765 and this one is a 65 330. So once we check the calculation, this one is a 60 and 60 to 70, 675, 700, 765, 330. So what is the formula for arithmetic mean? X equal what? X bar equal 1 upon capital N summation of fi xi. So there is a need of a two term, fi xi and capital N. So what is the capital N? Capital N is a what? Capital N is a summation of fi. Summation of fi. So here we find the summation of fi. We find the sum of these terms. So this one is a 8 to 10, 17, 17 and 17 and 7. This one is a 17 and this one is a 13, 20, 20 and this one is a 30 and 3 to 5 to 7 to 9 and this one is a 100. And this one will be add this one 30, 20, 26 and 9, 16, 16, 4, 23, 629, 1, 0, 10, 17, 17, 19, 6, 19, 25, and 2, this one is what? 28, 1800. So, this one is a, so what is the value of a fi xi? So, summation of a fi xi equal what? 2800. And what is the value of a capital N? Summation of a fi, this one equal 100. So, what is the value of x bar? X bar become what? X bar become 2800 divided by 100. What is the value? Value become 28. This one is a, with the help of a first formula 1 upon n summation of I fi xi, but as the value of frequency or the value of x is large, then it's become very complicated to find out the value of I fi xi manually. So with the help of a calculator we easily able to find out this one. Second one means if we use the deviation, means here we write di, d equal what? xi minus, suppose we here take the 25. Then what is the value for di here? This one is a d, here we write a di, then di equal this one, di equal xi minus 25. So what is the value for this one? 5 minus 25, this one is a minus 20. 15 minus 25, this one is a minus 10. 25 minus 25, this one is a 0. 35 plus 10. 45 minus 25 plus 20. And 55 minus 25 plus 30. So now what is the fi di? If we find out what? fi di. So what is the value here? fi di, this one is fi, this one is a 240 minus 240 minus 180, and this one is a 0, this one is a 200, and this one is a 340, and this one is a 180. So now what is the formula? Formula for x bar in terms of a, x bar equal a plus 1 upon n summation of fi di. So what is the value of fi di here? Fi di, we find the sum of this one, then this become this 180, this one cancel out, plus minus, then 240, this one, what is the value? Value become 300. This one. The calculation become very easy if we use this one di. So what is the value of x bar? Now x bar equal, what is the value of a here? If we write here di equal xi minus a. So what is the value of a? Here we consider a equal 25. So 25 plus 1 upon n fi di is a 300 divided by capital N is a 100. So this one cancel out. What is the value? 25 plus 3, this one is what? 28. Again the value of x bar become 28. This calculation may become more easier, take less efforts if we take what? di equal, here we consider zi equal xi minus a divided by h. What is the h here? The class interval is a 10. So if we write this one in this way, you may also write this one. What is the zi? Zi equal di upon h. So di upon h. So what is the value of h? H is a 10. So what is the value for here? If we write a zi, what is the value for zi? This become di divided by what? Divided by 10. Class interval is a 10. So if we divide the di by the 10, then we are able to find out the value of zi, because already we find the value of xi minus a, and we denote the xi minus a by the di. So what is the value for this one? This become minus 2 divided by 10. So this become minus 1, this becomes 0, this become 1, this become 2, this become 3. Now, what is the value of Fi Zi? Fi Zi, this become now frequency multiplied by this one. Now, the calculation become very easy. This become minus 24, this become minus 18, and this become 0, and this become 20, and this become 34, and this become 18. So what is the sum for this one? The sum for this one is a what? Sum for this one is a 30. Sum for this one is a 30. So now what is the value of x bar? What is the formula? Formula become here x bar equal a plus h time summation of Fi Zi divided by what? Divided by capital N. So what is the value of h? H is a 10. So a is about 25. 25 plus 10 into what is the value of Fi Zi? This one is a 30. 30 divided by what? Divided by capital N is a 100. So if we divide this one, so what is the value for this one? 3, and total become what? 28. So either we use this formula, means either we use this formula, either we use this formula, or we use this formula, or we use this formula. In all the cases, what is the mean? Mean with a 28. But if we use this formula, then it will take a less effort, means less time to find out the value of Fi Di, less effort in it. And if we use this formula, then it will take lesser efforts in comparison of this one. So here it will take less time in comparison of this one, and it will take also less time in comparison of this one. So in general, if the value of means frequency and x, the value of f and x is a lower number, then we use this formula. If number is the largest, means the frequency is too much large, then we use this formula or this formula. So this one is a very simple example, means how we find the arithmetic mean if the data is given in the form of a group data, and this one is a frequency. So sometimes the data is not given in a group form, raw data is given, then we write the given data in a form of a group data, then we apply this method to find out the arithmetic mean. So this one is for the group data. Data is given in form of ungrouped, means class interval is not given, directly given. So example 2 is a what? Example 2 means no, the data is not given in a group form. Data is given in ungrouped form. So first we write the question, find arithmetic mean of following data. First one, data is given in this form. X equal, suppose 2, 3, 4 and 5. F is given as what? F is given as 10, 5, 3 and 5. This one is a given. So how we find? This one is very simple. How we find this one? What is the formula for x bar? X bar equals summation of Fi xi divided by summation of Fi. So what is the Fi xi? F into x. This one is a 20, this one is a 15, this one is a 12, this one is a 25. So what is the value for sum of this one? This one is a 3 to 5, 5, 10, this one is a 14, and this one is a 35, 40, 60, 72. 72. So once again we verify 5 to 7 plus 5, 12, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 7. So what is the value of x bar? X bar equal 72 by 14. This equal 5.14 like this one. This one is what? This one is the value of x bar. So 40, 5 the 70, 70 then 2, 0, 0.20, 14 on the 40, then 6, 60, 40 for the 56. So this one is the value of x bar. So one another type of a question is what? Example 3. Example 3. Suppose for any firm, in a firm, average salary of male employee is what? Rupees 5200, 5200, and average salary of female employee is what? Female employee is rupees 4200, and average salary of employee is what? Rupees 5,000. Then what is the question? Question is find the percentage of a male and female employee in the firm. So find percentage of male and female employee. So how we find this one? So it's very simple. Average salary of a male population, male employee is we consider x1. How we find the solution of this one? Solution. So here we write. How we find the solution? Suppose we write average salary of a male by the x1 bar. x1 bar equal average salary of a male. Average salary of male. And x2 bar be the average salary of female. Average salary of a female. Now, what is the value for this one? x1 bar is given what? 5200. And x2 bar is given what? x2 bar equal 4200. And we know that what is the average salary of an employee? Suppose this one is denoted by the x bar. X bar equal average salary of employee. So we know that composite mean is a what? Composite mean means x bar equal what? X bar equal n1 x1 bar plus n2 x2 bar divided by what? n1 plus n2. n1 plus n2, where n1 is what? Number of employee, number of a male employee, and n2 is a what? n2 is a number of a female employee. So what is the value for this one? The value for this one is a what? The value for this one is a x bar. Now here we put the values of x bar, x1 bar and x2 bar. So what is the value for x bar? The value for x bar means average salary of employee. This one is given, this one is 5,000. So 5,000 equal what? N1. N1 is a what? N1 x1 bar is a 5200. 5200 plus what? N2 x2 bar, this one equal into 4200 divided by what? Divided by N1 plus N2. N1 plus N2. So if we simplify this one and write here, if we write here, so if we simplify this one, what is the value for this one? 5,000 N1 plus N2 equal 5200 N1 plus 4200 N2. So if we simplify this one, then this becomes 5,000 N2 minus 4200 N2 equal what? 5200 N1 minus 5,000 N1. So what is the value for this one? This one becomes 800 N2 equal what? 200 N1. So N1 by N2 equal what? N1 by N2 equal 800 divided by 200. So what is the value? This becomes 4 by 1. So N1 is a what? N1 is a total employee in the firm. N1 is a total number of employees. So how we find the percentage of employee in a firm? So you may also write this one, N1 ratios N2 equal what? 4 ratios 1. 4, this one. So what is the percentage of N1? Percentage of male employee equal what? 4 divided by 4 plus 1. This one is a 5 into 100. This one equal 20. This one equal 80%. 80%. And percentage of a female employee, percentage of here we write a percentage. Percentage of a female employee, percentage of female employee equal what? What is the ratios of a female employee? If there is a 4 male employee, then 1 female employee. So what is the percentage? Percentage becomes 1 divided by 5 into 100. This one equal what? 2%. So if you cancel out this one. So what is the answer of this one? Find the percentage of a male and female employee. So this one is the answer is what? Answer is 80% male employee and 20% female employee. So these are some simple questions how we find the arithmetic mean. So arithmetic mean can be found with the help of a simple formula 1 upon n summation of fi xi, or if we use the di deviation from any constant di equal xi minus a, then what is the value of x bar? X bar equal a plus 1 upon capital N summation of fi di. If we find the more easier form, means the calculation become more easier, means if we divided by the h, means I am denoted by the zi equal xi minus a upon h, then what is the x bar? X bar equal a plus h time of 1 upon capital N summation of fi zi, then be able to find out what? Then be able to find out a mean. And second example first example, in the first example we find the mean of a group data. In the second example we find the mean of a ungrouped data. In the third example we find the mean of a composite series. Means not a mean, means basically we use the formula to find out a composite mean to find out the percentage of a male and female population.